So I'm trying to make screens so I can print my new shirts, and the emulsion that I was using it's only good for like 2 or 3 months, and it's been sitting here for about a year and a half, so it didn't work. So I had to buy new emulsion, which I'm mixing right now. You can see I have to do this without any light touching it. So if you notice, I have a yellow light right there, and all the other lights are off. So it's light sensitive. This is a photo emulsion, and I'm just mixing it. I'm gonna have to let it sit for about 2 hours before I can coat my screens with it and then burn my design. You want to get as much as you can off the top because you don't want that to fall in there and not be photosensitive. Seal this up pretty good, and I'm gonna let this sit for about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna be able to coat these screens. This is a 156 mesh wood screen. This is gonna work for the new design that I came up with for the Vegan Zombie. It's Zombie Crew with a shield with a little distressed look. It's got TVZ for the Vegan Zombie, and the kitchen utensils. We got the rolling pin and the knife, which can double up as weapons against zombies. These are the inks I'm using from Ryonet. We have the Enviroline, which is eco-friendly. So it's been about 2 hours. Got the lights off again. Okay, I'm going to bring this down to the floor. What I have here is like a little scoop. And I'm going to pour the emulsion into here. Try not to make too much of a mess. Okay, so this is filled with emulsion. And then I have my screen here. And I have it propped up. I found this works pretty well. I have it propped up next to this cabinet here underneath this, so it's not going to go anywhere. And there's two different sides here. So I'm going to coat it on this side first. This is the back side and then the front side, and the reason for that is because I'm going to coat this side, and then when I coat the other side, I want this to be the smoothest of the two because that's where I'm going to squeegee the ink through afterwards, and this part is going to make contact with the shirt. Let's go for it. So I'm going to put the scoop down here, and I'm going to flood it, and then I'm going to put pressure down. And there we go, there's one side. Turn that around, and we're going to do the same thing to this side. And there we go. And now I'm going to set it down this side up, so it's going to dry like this. And I'm going to let it dry like that. And it'll take a couple hours to dry. You don't want any light to touch this, so you don't want to turn the light on. And make sure nobody comes in the room and turns the light on, because that'll render it useless. Alright, the emulsion is dry, and now it's time to burn the image on the screen. This is how I do it. Here's the design I want. I printed it out on transparency. The light is not going to go through the black, and it's going to go through everything else, and then that is going to be the image. I'm going to put it the opposite way. And this is the part that I really hate. Line it up perfectly. And again, I have the yellow lights on, so there's no regular light touching this. Alright, I have it lined up pretty good, and I don't know if you can see this. This is a piece of glass. I'm just going to put that over it, and that's just going to hold it down. Now at this point, I'm going to come over here. I have a really bright light, like Gizmo. It's like regular film. If you guys can all remember back to when we actually used film. When the light hits the emulsion, the film is going to develop, it's going to harden, and it's going to be opaque. And everything where the black is going to protect it from hitting the light, so it's not going to develop. And then I'm going to wash that out, and that will be my design. So I'm going to go turn the light on. And now I'm going to let this go for about 14 minutes, and then we'll wash it out. Over here, I already did one. And this is the other one. I'm not going to show you rinsing it out because it's really cold outside and it's not fun. But I was out there earlier with Indy, and this is a couple other designs. So here we have the medium-sized one, and I'm probably just going to put these on the aprons. And then for the zip-up hoodies, I'm going to put this one over here on the side. And this one's going to be on like the the other hoodies that we have, non-zip ups, and just regular shirts if people want those. And that's it. Okay, so it's been 14 minutes. It's done. I'm just going to turn the real lights off, and then the fake lights are going to stay on, the yellow lights. Still real. Remove the glass. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this on the camera, but let's come over to the light. I'll show you what it's going to look like. Okay, so you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can kind of see the imprint. All I have to do is wash that out now, and I'll have a design ready to go. Now when I start putting water on it, you're going to be able to see it better. So just put a little bit of water on it, and now you can see that. That's all just going to come right out. So that's it. That's how to make a design for screen printing.